Welcome back to Farm and Hammer, everyone. It's a nice spring day. We're out here checking some of the cows. The cows of the home farm have started calving, so we've got a number of new calves to show you. And then after we get done showing you the new calves, I also bought a group of really old bred cows. So I'll show you them. And I actually bought them last week, so they've been around for a little while. But you may be able to tell, we've got 4 cows in this field. Got a calf there, she's got her baby, and we've actually got 3 babies up here. So if you can do the math, we've got an extra calf out here. And that's because we had one cow that had twins. It was actually the second cow to calve this spring. So yeah, she had twins. She's taking both of them, one of them, which I'll go and show you. That's a Holstein cross, that one's a Holstein cross. So those cows are still doing well. The other 2 are just straight beef cows, but this is the mother with the twins. You can see she's got she's never come at me before. This is the mother with the twins. She is taking both of them, as you can see, but so this little calf here is the one that you can see is walking on her front ankles. They are twin heifer calves. Not that I'm going to keep them, but neither of them should be free martins. That should only be the case on a bull and a heifer calf twin. Yeah, we were worried about that one with the bad ankles initially, because she was trying to follow the mother around, trying to learn to walk at the same time without her front feet. So, but she did find the udder. She did start drinking. So, and you can see both of them are nursing right now. So successful twinning there. Don't like having twins, but it does happen occasionally. Had a set of twins last year. I had to pull. You guys saw that video. This is the other beef cow that calved. She's the one that has that calf out there. So she's the one out of the Holstein. Try not to scare her through the fence, which looks like she's about to. The main reason we've got these 5 calves and 4 cows separated is those 2 twins. We wanted to make sure she definitely bonded with both of them before we got them all mixed up with the big group of cows. So I'd say she's taking care of them, but I'm going to try to splint that one with bad ankles and get her back on her feet. And the other reason we separated them, we're going to be working these fall born calves here soon. So we didn't want to mess with having a bunch of little babies and angry mamas in the corral while we're trying to sort off older calves. So this one here, like I said, Holstein. She had a black baldy heifer as well. And then there's our first bull calf of the season. So that's the first group of spring calvers. Now I'll drive over and show you guys the other spring calvers. And I haven't actually checked them today, so we'll see if there's any new ones out there this morning. And I'll show you all the other ones that have been born the last week or so. Okay, out here with the other group, and there's about 26 of them out here. One of them I for sure know isn't going to calve, because I saw her in heat. These were the cows that we hauled off to a different property this fall to graze, and we brought them back home around Christmas. But you can see we've got a new one there. That one's a heifer. That one's a heifer. That was actually the oldest one there. This cow had this red baldy, and I think, yep, she's a heifer as well. That cow here, raised on the bottle. And she's not really looking close. She is bred, but not looking very close. Got another baldy heifer out of Holstein cross cow. This one was the second one born. And yes, it is a heifer. So that means out of 10 calves we've had so far in the last week, we've got 9 heifers. So we are definitely heifer heavy this spring. The last spring group we had 65-70% heifers. Fall calves, they're about 50-50. All out of the same 4 bulls, so I'm not sure what's going on, but definitely got a lot more heifers so far. It'd be one thing if we were trying to keep a bunch of replacements, but we aren't. So we're pretty much maxed out. When calves are this high and you're not keeping replacements, you'd almost rather have a bunch of bull calves, but we'll see what the rest of spring holds. Maybe the second half of calving season, we'll have all bulls. But kind of weird so far. 9 out of 10 are heifers. Anyway, that's about all the new ones out here. Now let's go to the rental farm and I'll show you all the new cows I bought and one little surprise out there. Last video I told you I sold the calves, and now they've got some money sitting around. I need some more cows out here. So you saw me buy 3 cull cows last week to calve out. And then I also just bought 7 more cows. So I'm up to 10 new ones. I'll show you a few of them now. And then you might be able to hear one in the background. One of them actually just calved out. So anyway, we'll start with that red one there. She's a brand new one. She was a broke mouth cow, 3rd stage bred. That red one there is the one that was wild and wouldn't let me show you her last week. Still got my eye on her. I don't really trust her enough to turn my back on her. That one you saw last week. We'll keep walking down the line here. So not only do we have some new cows, but that old Charolais cow there, she had this little Charolais heifer calf who has not learned to follow her mother yet. She's a tiny little thing. I could tell the cow was bagging up when I bought her, but I couldn't tell if they'd just pulled a calf off of her and she still had a couple months till she calved again, or if she was actually bagging up because she was about to calve. So turns out she was about to calve. She had a calf 2 or 3 days after I bought her. So that's good news. $1,000 cow already produced a calf that's worth something. So there's her. Then there's this young one. She's a 4-year-old. Paid quite a bit more for her just because she's young and in good shape. She's 3rd stage bred. I think I paid $1,400 for her. So she's one. If she turns out nice, I'll end up keeping her over the winter. That old Baldy there, she's a short and solid, and she is a massive cow. She's thin right now and she weighs 1,500, so when she's actually filled out, she'll probably weigh 16, 17. She's just a monster, big framed cow. Then we've got that one there, 37. She's mean. She came after me when I unloaded them. This one here is a broke mouth. The one behind her, the bigger one, is just an old cow. That's all they labeled her as, old. So these two, the really big Baldy and the mean one, all came in the same group. I bought all 4 together. They came from the same farm. And as you can tell, they're just in rough shape. They're really thin, missing a lot of hair. They got beat up pretty good, I think, at the sale barn. And I also think they got hauled in from quite a ways away. They looked pretty terrible when I bought them, which is why I got them so cheap. But anyway, they're all 3rd stage. They're old. They need some nutrition, and they need to be taken care of for next year. So they have already filled out a little bit just because I've been feeding them good hay, and they've been eating it. But you can see missing a lot of hair, got some cuts, got some bruises, and on these old cows. Not going to see a whole lot of improvement over the next year, but they should look quite a bit better by the time I get rid of them late this fall. You can see this one a little better on this side. A couple big gashes on her leg, missing hair all over the neck. You can just tell from their faces they're ancient cows. And I know I've explained my sort of business model before, what I'm trying out, which is essentially buying some old crappy cows that are bred, calving them out, letting them raise the calves, and then selling both of them at the end of the year before a big hay bill comes in and I have to feed them all winter. Then I'd be buying back some more cull cows to calve out the next spring. So that's essentially what I'm trying to do here. And I've had people ask me why I'm buying old crappy ones, and that's why. You can get them cheap. The one benefit of buying old cows versus heifers, if you got a 15-year-old cow you bought, one thing you know is that she can raise a calf, because she's probably done it 12 or 13 times before. As long as she's got a good udder on her, which I'm not buying ones with really bad udders, pick and choose which old ones I want, but as long as they'll produce milk, they've got good udders, and some of them may have a limp. I can't say I haven't bought some with a limp before, but as long as their toes aren't too long, and of course a lot of the new ones are all walking off now. They're not used to me yet, but yeah, people have asked why I haven't bought heifers, and that's pretty much why. I bought 6 of them. No, I bought 9 last year. I had all sorts of problems with them. You don't know what they're bred to. On a rental farm where I don't have working pens where I can catch them easily, I'd rather buy these old cows that are a little more predictable. So, and they pretty much cleaned out their mineral tub. I like to throw this on some old hay they didn't eat. That way they don't tear up. That way they don't tear up any of the good ground. Don't muddy anything up. Give them a mineral block. This is one of the new ones, so she's not interested in the salt block. That's the other thing, these old cows that are in bad shape, I haven't wormed them. I don't really plan on it. I don't think they really need it. I think they just need some good grass and some mineral, and they'll start looking better pretty quick.